let's just say I found some good deals on Facebook Marketplace. Welcome back to Buffalo's Project Garage. I'm Luke, and I am really ready to dig into this. So let me tell you a little bit about what I found. These are, I think they're ITT racing headers. It's IIT or ITT, whatever, who cares. They are tuned racing headers. They online, I'll show you here. I think they're about $1,200, $1,300 online. I was able to find them for $500 on Marketplace Local at a guy who does some racing and other stuff. I went ahead and bought the rest of the stuff that I would need to take care of today as well, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. I can't wait to get this truck turned around and get it sounding good again, at least sounding like it's never has. Right, anyways, let's go ahead and get her pulled into the shop here. Oh, Miss Bella, what are you doing in here? Are you gonna turn the truck around for me? You're a good girl. Doesn't want to be left behind, I know. I promise I ain't gonna leave you behind. We're not going nowhere. You're a good girl. Anyways, let's go ahead before it gets to be too late and before the engine cools down too much. I want to try to crack every single one of these loose first, just to make sure we're not going to have any, serious problems before I can't get to town. All right, goodbye and good riddance. You can see this is just probably an eyesore to look at. This will probably make one of those mechanic videos of what not to do. But anyways, let's go ahead and do it the right way. Let me show you how I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna give this side a test fit. And by test fit, I mean if I get it in there, it's not gonna come back out.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
You're gonna be a situation, aren't you? Well, a little bit of sad news. This video is probably gonna be on hold for at least until the weekend. These, because of the way the frame is on these newer Dodge trucks, I did not know this, will not fit. And of course the man didn't, he just wanted my money. But anyways, needless to say, we're gonna go ahead and order some shorty headers that'll actually fit this truck around the frame and all that good stuff. And then we're also gonna get the right collectors. Instead of 3-inch, they are 2.5-inch on this truck stock. So anyways, I'll be back with you guys in a few days. And welcome back again. This time with the correct header. Let's go ahead and see how these fit on here now. All right. Hey, ta-da. Nice fit too. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's actually made for the truck. All right, so on the studs in the center there, I got the 2 bolts on this side, and I got 2 bolts on the other side over here. I'm pretty happy with the way they fit down in there as well. I got to go to town and get some bolts from the hardware store, from the auto store for the, 2 front, 2 in the back. But anyways, needless to say, I want to know what this thing sounds like with just open headers. So we're going to go ahead, fire it up, and give a little sound comparison to earlier. Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm pretty happy. That sounds great. I'm gonna go to town, get some stuff for the exhaust, some hangers and everything, and I'll be back with you guys. So I went ahead and got our tailpipe. I got some 90s or just some 45s, and I got our reducers too. I got some hangers and some clamps for the hangers, and other than that, I am ready to go ahead and get started too. All right, update. I got both the headers on both sides tightened down. Everything's torqued tight as I can get it on there. We ain't gonna have no problems about it, so if ain't nothing gonna be backing off on us, I'll tell you that right now. Anyways though, we're gonna go ahead and let me show you what I did for the flange. See, I took a piece of exhaust tube, I put my exhaust expander in there, and I was able to flare that out to where this is not going anywhere. I set this down into the surface on this vise and then beat it until I couldn't get it to sit anymore. It's starting to deform the metal actually. You can feel a little bit of a lip on the inside where this flange is creeping up on it. So with this, we're going to go ahead and bolt this up on there, just make sure everything is, fitment is good. Then we're going to start bending and welding. I'll keep you guys updated. I got Tommy the tube expert out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the MIG welder, and we're gonna go ahead and get some of this pipe put together so we can get it in the bender and go ahead and get these flanges bolted up and get a little bit farther on this exhaust before it gets to be midnight. But anyways, we'll keep in touch with you guys. All right, we're back. It's past dinner time. We got dinner, and we also got some progress done. Let me show you guys where we're at. All right, so in the back, we got both our mufflers side by side. You can see I don't have everything welded underneath here yet, and it's not the prettiest welds either. Up towards the front there, we got this pipe coming down and goes right out of the way of the transmission pan bolts. Beautifully done. Then sweeps back up here. You can see I got this hanger I've made and bent myself. I'm gonna weld up on there whenever I get everything else welded together. That'll be the only thing I have to weld under the truck. But other than that, they come straight back to here where I'm gonna do an exhaust clamp right here. That way I can take this part out, and I am going to weld this fully because I'm gonna take this whole side out if I ever have to take the side that goes up there. This is a ugly section of pipe, sadly. I had to bend it with my benders at home here, and I'm not very happy with the way it turned out as far as the looks. But hey, performance-wise, we'll see what it does. Alrighty, it's the next day, and we are back for the final hoorah on this exhaust system. Hopefully. Anyways, all we have left to do today is the O2 sensors. We have to put a new oil filter on because when I was tightening the manifold last night, I slipped and punched it with my wrench. Needless to say, we got some oil, we got a new filter, we got the O2 bungs underneath there, I got the sensors underneath the truck right now. I got my welder ready to go. Got the PPE for little old me, and then I got everything else I need underneath there. I also got to tighten an exhaust clamp up, but other than that, this should be the last time I have to go under this truck, hopefully. Let's get to it. Not the easiest place to film with one person, but I am doing my best. Perfect size. Look at that. Pop it right in, it holds it for me. Alright, still got a little bit of red on there. That is a fully welded bung. Let's go ahead and get these sensors put in so I can get out from under here. Man, I'm done with being underneath this truck, I'll tell you that. I'm ready to get that Ford in there done so I can start getting my workshop done again. That is not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with how that sounds. There seems to be maybe a small exhaust leak somewhere up front, but I'm not mad at that. Maybe you can hear what I'm talking about in there, but anyways, let's go ahead and let's take this thing for a spin. That's about it for this episode. Me and Bella are gonna go back home and go ahead, edit this video, get some dinner, and regroup on that Ford. Anyways, I hope to see you guys next week with that video, and I'll see you then.